Have you ever been on a discovery call and the person tells you they need some more time to think about it? I guarantee you, when you follow the 4 simple tips that I'm giving you today, you will close more clients. And tip number 4 is by far the most important one. So make sure you stick around until the very end or you'll continue to lose clients. So what is actually going on? They're afraid to spend the money, or maybe they just don't have the money. Maybe they aren't seeing the value clearly, and there's an opportunity there for you to continue the discussion to help them see what they maybe aren't seeing right now. Maybe they're afraid to say no. Maybe they don't feel like this is the right fit anymore. Or maybe they're just afraid to make the decision in that moment and they feel like taking some more time is actually going to benefit them. Either way, what I want you to really focus on in all of your discovery calls is to help someone get to a decision. This moves us right into tip number 2, because what I want to do is actually give you a tip for how to prevent hearing that. So in the pre-frame, I want you to find out very early on, are you in a position to make a decision today? Based on their answer, is take the call in one of 2 ways. Either they're just there to find out more information, or they're there to actually make a decision. If they're there to actually make a decision, I want you to qualify them, do all the things that you're supposed to do in a discovery call. If the person says, no, I'm not in a position to make a decision, then you can say, great, what information can I share with you today that will help you get closer to making a decision? You're there to provide information for them, because here's what we need to remember. This is what's really important about everything with making a decision. It doesn't take time, it takes information, and you're the source of information. So when they say, I'm not here to make a decision, great, what information do you need from me to help you make that decision? So then that takes us to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is very important that you listen to the order of what I'm going to share with you. When you get to the part where you've talked about everything with them that they wanted to share, you've made some recommendations, and you've also shown them how your program addresses what they are dealing with. Now, what I want you to say is, what questions do you have for me? That person is going to do one of 2 things. That question talks to their subconscious brain, and their subconscious brain says, oh, I should have a question. And maybe they don't have any. If they do have some, then they're going to say, I still need to know this, or I'd like to know this, or can you explain to me this? They're going to tell you what their questions are. If they don't have any, they're going to say, no, I don't have any. I'm good. Here's why it's important that you use that question first. When they say, I don't have any questions, I'm good, guess what that means? They've made a decision. They already know what they want to do, or else they'd be asking questions and say, great, it sounds like you've made a decision about what you want to do. And in that moment, they might say, yeah, this sounds awesome, let's do it. Cool. Or they might also say, you need some time to think about it. And that's when you have earned the right to say, well, just out of curiosity, what is it that you need some time to think about? I need to think about this or this or this. Well, talk them through some of those objections. You get an opportunity to fill them in with whatever information they need in order to get them closer to making that decision. And tip number 4 is this. If they're having trouble making a decision right now, could that be a sign of them always having trouble making decisions? Because the last thing you want to do is have to drag somebody through everything that you're going to be helping them do. Now, one last bonus tip. If you want to learn how to help them see the value of your coaching program, make sure you check out my How to Improve Your Discovery Calls in 12 Minutes video, where I take you step by step through what you need to do on your discovery calls.